Thank you for subscribing to our channel. Today is Monday, December 28, 2020. Al Jazeera report. Trump versus TikTok. U.S. appeals order blocking restrictions. The administration of President Donald Trump appealed a federal judge's order on Monday blocking restrictions that would have effectively barred the use of Chinese-owned short video sharing app TikTok in the United States. The government has cited national security concerns in its targeting of TikTok, arguing that the personal data of U.S. users could be obtained by China's government. TikTok, which has more than 100 million users in the U.S., denies the allegation.
Al Jazeera report. What's in a brooch? Russia bank chief's accessories offer clues. Bank of Russia Governor Elvira Nabiullina confirmed what the market has been thinking this year. The brooches she's worn after key rate meetings are clues to understand policy decisions. The first signal was in March, when she wore a brooch in the form of an Ivalyushka doll, a traditional Russian toy that pops back up when pushed over, as policymakers sought to shore up the economy against the COVID-19 pandemic.
BBC report. COVID, South Africa's Ramaphosa announces new restrictions as cases soar. Indoor and outdoor gatherings will be banned. A curfew introduced from 21 o'clock to 06:00, and alcohol sales prohibited. Mr. Ramaphosa said the country was at an extremely dangerous point in the pandemic and action had to be taken. Recently, authorities confirmed a new, faster-spreading variant of the virus had been detected in South Africa. Some hospitals and medical centers have reported a huge rise in admissions, putting a heavy strain on resources.
CNN report. Sorry, but video meetings are here to stay. Some workers hope to continue the full-time telecommuting life indefinitely, pandemic or no pandemic. Brandon Penn isn't one of them. I am someone who thrives off of social in-person interaction, he said. Whiteboarding sessions, brainstorming sessions, being able to tap on a neighbor's shoulder if you have a question, and overall, just being able to see and meet new faces. Penn, 27, who works at San Francisco-based cloud communications firm Twilio, initially struggled to replicate those interactions in a virtual setting but has gotten a little more comfortable with them over the last few months. Still, he is ready to go back into the office, if not every day, then at least a few times a week.
BBC report. Hilaria Baldwin denies faking her Spanish heritage. Ms. Baldwin, a popular yoga instructor, has been accused on social media of faking her Spanish accent. She also previously claimed in an interview that she did not move to the United States until she was 19 to attend university in New York. I've seen chatter online questioning my identity and culture, Ms. Baldwin wrote. This is something I take very seriously, and for those who are asking, I'll reiterate my story, as I've done many times before.
Deutsche Welle report. Coronavirus. German care home workers accidentally given vaccine overdose. Germany's COVID-19 vaccination program got off to an inauspicious start over the weekend after 8 care home workers in the city of Stralsund received an overdose, authorities said Monday. Officials said the workers in the elderly residential home, all aged between 38 and 54, received 5 times the recommended amount of the BioNTech Pfizer vaccine on Sunday. 7 women and 1 man received the overdose, 4 of which ended up in hospital as a precautionary measure after coming down with flu-like symptoms.
Al Jazeera report. Car violence forced closure of 800 polling stations. Commission. More than 14% of polling stations in the Central African Republic (CAR) failed to operate during Sunday's presidential and legislative election due to armed rebels who attacked voters and barred electoral staff, the Electoral Commission said. About 800 out of a total 5,408 polling stations nationwide did not open, Theophile Momokuama, an executive of the Electoral Authority, told a news conference in Bangui on Monday.
CNN report. 6 career moves you should make in 2021. Good riddance, 2020. This year brought dramatic changes to the labor market and how we work. And if it's left you feeling like all you did was tread water at work, let's make 2021 the year you reignite your career. While 2020 was horrific, we shouldn't completely disregard the lessons it taught us about how we prefer to work, advised Tracy Tim, author of Unstoppable, Discover Your True Value, Define Your Genius Zone, and Drive Your Dream Career.
Fox report. How the coronavirus pandemic is changing New Year's Eve celebrations across the world. The coronavirus pandemic has made 2020 a year that no one will ever forget, and many people are ready to move on. With a number of vaccines already seeing distribution, people are looking ahead to 2021 and a return to normalcy at some point in the new year. Until then, the best that most people can look forward to is putting 2020 behind them. Normally, New Year's is a time to remember and move on, but the pandemic has changed virtually every aspect of life.
Fox report: military son comes home to surprise police sergeant mother for holidays. A military officer recently returned home to surprise his mom, a police sergeant, just in time for the holidays. Private second-class Devion Oliver in St. Petersburg, Florida. Police Sergeant Samora Church joined Fox and Friends after their heartwarming reunion. "I was ecstatic. I was very happy to see him. He didn't think I was going to see him until after the first of the year," Church told Fox and Friends Monday.
CNN report: It's okay if you've used your phone too much this year. As a tech reporter, I've probably spent too much time with devices over the years, but I always tried to put in place some boundaries. No phone at the dinner table, no checking work Slacks after a certain hour, and limiting screen time for my kids. But this year, to quote a beloved New Yorker cartoon, I can't remember, do I work at home or do I live at work? I went from sneaking work messages on my phone during my son's remote learning class to setting up laptop workstations, like we're coworkers, in the living room.
Fox report: United Kingdom warns of bumpy moments, despite striking post-Brexit trade deal. First came the Brexit trade deal. Now comes the red tape and the institutional nitty-gritty. 4 days after sealing a free trade agreement with the European Union, the British government warned businesses to get ready for disruptions and bumpy moments when the new rules take effect on Thursday night. Businesses were scrambling Monday to digest the details and implications of the 1240-page deal sealed by the EU and the U.
Fox report: Portland police seeking community collaboration amid shooting, murder surges. Portland police officials are pleading with the public to help break the cycle of violence in the Oregon city, where shootings and murders have skyrocketed. According to authorities and a local report, at least 850 shootings have been reported in Portland as of Dec. 24, with 59 reported so far this month. Portland Police Bureau (PPB) statistics show there were 33 shootings reported in December of last year.
CNN report: England is finding new ways to crack down on unhealthy foods. The food and drink industry has warned of devastating results for consumers and businesses if the UK government moves ahead with plans to restrict how supermarkets sell and advertise chocolate, soda and other foods high in sugar, salt and fat as part of a wider push to tackle obesity. The new rules will apply to retailers in England with more than 50 employees and are due to kick in by April 2022, the Department of Health and Social Care said in a statement on Monday.
Deutsche Welle report: Montenegro protesters accuse new government of cozying up to Serbia. Thousands of protesters rallied in front of the Montenegro parliament on Monday as lawmakers launched a procedure to change a divisive religion law passed by the previous government. The law had angered the Serbian Orthodox Church, and the new government's initiative is widely seen as an attempt to end the row. The marchers, however, believe the new cabinet aims to undermine Montenegrin national identity and to give control over religious sites to the Serbian state.
BBC report: Rare white kiwi Monocora that inspired book and toys dies. Monocora hatched in 2011, but the female North Island brown kiwi was born with white feathers. She became a huge attraction at both Pukaha Mount Bruce, New Zealand's North Island Wildlife Centre, and online. Replica soft toys of Monocora were sold around the world. Monocora passed away peacefully on Sunday with rangers and veterinary staff present. It added, "She will be sorely missed." Monocora was the first of 3 white kiwi that hatched at the same center in 2011 and 2012.
Deutsche Welle report: EU starts Brexit deal sign-off. After nearly 10 months of lengthy negotiations, EU ambassadors on Monday formally began the process of approving a post-Brexit free trade deal with the UK. The envoys gave unanimous approval to the agreement at a meeting in Brussels. It means the deal can provisionally go into effect after the UK leaves the single market on January 1 and avoid disruption to cross-channel trade. "We are happy and relieved that we got a deal," one EU diplomat present at the meeting told DW.
Thank you for watching 5 p.m. recap. To be notified, you can subscribe our channel and activate the bell. Report.